Hello students, welcome to online class. Today class we are going to discuss about chapter 6 chemical reaction. There are four basic types of chemical reactions. That one is combination reactions, decomposition reactions, displacement reactions and double displacement reactions. In this class we have to discuss about decomposition reaction and displacement reaction. So these are the types of chemical reactions: combination, decomposition, displacement and double displacement. And see the reactions. Okay, first we have to discuss about decomposition reaction. What is meant by decomposition reaction? A reaction in which a single compound breaks up into two or simple substances is known as decomposition reactions. Or we have to tell that splits up into two or more simpler substances. Okay, so the reaction in which a compound splits up into two or more simpler substances are known as decomposition reaction. Or we have to tell the reaction in which a single compound breaks up into two or simple substances is known as decomposition reaction. Okay, so the decomposition reaction generally takes place when energy in some form such as heat, electricity or light is applied to the reactants. Okay, see students, so the decomposition reaction are carried out by applying heat, light or electricity. Okay, so they provide energy which breaks a compound into two or more simpler compounds. Okay, so it is just the opposite of a combination reaction. Okay, so once more I tell, the decomposition reaction generally takes place when energy in some form like such as heat, electricity or light is applied to the reactants. Okay, so see this reaction. So let's we take this example that calcium carbonate on heating decomposes into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Okay, so the calcium carbonate, okay, react with heat and it gives calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Okay, so yeah, decomposition reaction is just the opposite of a combination reaction. For example, on heating calcium carbonate, this we call as a limestone. Calcium carbonate we call as a limestone. Okay, so it decomposes into calcium oxide. That means it's a quicklime. Okay, calcium oxide, another name is a quicklime, and carbon dioxide. That means when decomposition reaction occurs on heating, it is called thermal decomposition. Okay, okay, what is meant by thermal decomposition? Let's see. Before going to thermal decomposition, we have to discuss that kinds of decomposition reactions. So number one, thermal decomposition. So on applying heat. Okay. Second one, electrolytic decomposition on applying electricity. And third one, photochemical decomposition on applying light. Okay, for thermal decomposition using applying heat, electrolytic decomposition on applying electricity, photochemical decomposition on applying light. So see the experiment of decomposition reaction. This is thermal decomposition of potassium chloride. Okay. So here heating process is going on. So for a thermal decomposition reaction, we take a potassium chloride. It decomposes to form potassium chloride and oxygen. So this process, when heated in the presence of manganese dioxide as a catalyst. So using manganese dioxide as a catalyst, the potassium chloride decomposes. It gives potassium chloride and oxygen. Okay. So the main process here is a heating, applying heating. Let me take another example for thermal decomposition reaction. So when white colored lead nitrate is heated, so here the thermal decomposition means heated, okay, applying heat. So this lead nitrate is heated, it decomposes to give reddish brown, okay. So the color of reddish brown fumes of nitrogen dioxide and yellow residue of lead monoxide. So this is a yellow residue and this nitrogen dioxide is a reddish brown fumes. So when white colored lead nitrate is heated, it decomposes to give the nitrogen dioxide and lead monoxide. Okay. So lead nitrate is heated, it decomposes to give lead monoxide and nitrogen dioxide. Okay. This is the second example for thermal decomposition reaction. And second one is electrolytic decomposition reaction. For this reaction, we mainly use or apply electricity. Okay. So for electrolytic decomposition reaction, we are using when electricity is passed through acidified water, it decomposes to give hydrogen and oxygen. Okay. So this water decomposes to give hydrogen and oxygen when electricity is passed. Okay. Okay. So when an electric current is passed through a compound to decompose it, such reaction is known as electrolytic decomposition reaction or electrolysis. Okay, so the another name for this reaction is electrolysis. Okay, so when electricity is passed through acidified water, it decomposes to give hydrogen and oxygen. Okay, students, I hope all of you understood. So when an electric current is passed through a compound to decompose it, such reaction is known as electrolytic decomposition reaction. Okay, next. Okay, the next one is photochemical decomposition reaction. Photochemical decomposition reactions. So here we are using light. Okay, so we are applying light when a decomposition reaction takes place on the absorption of light. So the very important point is absorption of light. Such reaction is known as photochemical decomposition reaction. So when silver chloride is exposed to light, it decomposes to give silver metal and chlorine. Okay, so this is silver and this is chlorine. This is silver chloride, AgCl, silver chloride. Here we are using light as a catalyst. Okay, so when a decomposition reaction takes place on the absorption of light, so exposed to light, such reaction is known as photochemical decomposition reaction. Okay. Okay. Then I hope all of you understand about decomposition reaction. Now we have to discuss about displacement reaction. So those reactions in which one element takes the place of another element in a compound are known as displacement reactions. So which one element takes the place of another element in a compound are known as displacement reaction. This is a definition for displacement reaction. So see students, the reaction in which one element takes the place of another element in a compound are known as displacement reaction. So see students, see the first example of displacement reactions. Listen carefully. So this is displacement of copper from copper sulfate solution. So see here, this is iron, ferrous, react with CuSO4, copper sulfate, and here see iron displaces copper from copper sulfate. See here, iron displaces copper from copper sulfate. Okay, solution, because iron is more reactive than copper. So there's a more reactive element displaces a less reactive element from its compound. See here, copper sulfate. So here the copper sulfate is this sulfate is displaces to this ferrous or iron. So this iron displaces copper from copper sulfate solution because iron is more reactive than copper. This is the reason. So the more reactive element always displaces a less reactive element from its compound. So see students, for your understanding, I will give here the reactivity series of metals. Which one is most reactive and which one is least reactive. Okay. See, the metals are mostly reactive. Keep it in mind students, the metals are mostly reactive. So the arrangement of metals in a vertical column here decreasing, reactivities is called reactivity series of metals. So the metals are mostly reactive. The arrangement of metals in a vertical column in the order of their decreasing reactivities is called reactivity series of metals. So see here, which one is most reactive here? The potassium, the first is potassium, more reactive. After that sodium, okay. After that calcium. So this is increasing order and this is decreasing order, okay. So the least reactive is platinum, okay, and then after that gold, after that silver, copper, hydrogen, lead, tin, iron, zinc, carbon, aluminium, magnesium, calcium and sodium. After that the very most reactive is potassium, okay. So keep it in mind students. So now I show the another example for displacement reaction. So I will take here ferrous sulfate and magnesium. Okay. So this is displacement of magnesium from iron sulfate solution. See, this is ferrous sulfate react with magnesium and magnesium replaces with sulfate. Okay. So the magnesium displaces iron from iron sulfate solution because magnesium is more reactive than iron. Okay. So there's a more reactive element displaces a less reactive. So this is definition. So okay, keep it in mind. So more reactive element always displaces a less reactive element from its compound. So here magnesium is more reactive than iron. So magnesium displaces iron from iron sulfate solution because magnesium is more reactive than iron. The ferrous sulfate react with magnesium and this magnesium replaces this iron and this magnesium join with this sulfate. Okay. So it gives magnesium sulfate and removal of iron. So the another example, a displacement of hydrogen from hydrochloric acid. Here zinc react with hydrochloric acid. Okay. Here it gives zinc chloride and removal of hydrogen because zinc is more reactive than hydrogen. We know very well. Okay. So the zinc displaces hydrogen from hydrochloric acid because zinc is more reactive than hydrogen. Okay. So there's a more reactive element displaces a less reactive element from its compound. So this is final example for a displacement of silver from silver nitrate solution. So here copper is more reactive than silver. Okay, that you know very well. So the copper displaces silver from silver nitrate solution because copper is more reactive than silver. Okay, so the more reactive element displaces a less reactive element from its compound. Okay, students, I hope all of you understood. Thank you so much.